Hey, this is Wacko Bob with another edition here of commentary. Here, I did promise you there would be two here in one day, and I promised to live up to my word. This one, however, is going to be a lot different because this has to do with the state of the dark match, and this has to do with exposing someone named James Young, who does have a YouTube channel here. He also has a MySpace, all of which exposed him for the liar that he is. For those of you that don't know, James Young happens to be more so of a leech than anything else. I was partners with him. I was paying for everything out of pocket. This guy has lied about sponsors, has lied about how much he's gotten from them, and he was ultimately sticking money in his pocket. When it came down to other shows, he was getting he was throwing money in his pocket in a partnership that we had, lying about that and lying about the agreement to the amount that we agreed to pay person. However, James Young would pocket the money and would screw things up for that person as far as his little spot would go. Wouldn't even as much as give him the password after setting things up, using the guy's email address. And everyone had to run frantic, but that's okay as long as James Young was putting the money in his back pocket. For those that don't know, James Young likes to explain how he is a great person. You know, he's this huge name in politics. He likes to throw a lot of ego into it. Well, I'm here to tell you that after all this, he always did use a lot of ego. He would screw up a lot of things business wise when he was with the dark match. He would screw up a lot of shows, and a lot of shows would look like spoiled shows, all because of him. Now, there was a lot of frustration going on with listeners, and there was a lot of frustration going on with people that were involved business wise with the dark match, and a lot of it had to do with James Young. James Young left me for a while after I shelled out over $300 to Live 365, to different producers, to put all these things together, to put together a server, with Live 365. I gave James Young, in the end, a free ride. And James Young, I found out, was never the person he said he was. He has a thing here on YouTube where he talks about being infamous because he's both loved and hated, as you guys walk with me here and as I talk. But James Young, I'm going to tell you right now, is nowhere near the person he had claimed to be. He also claims to be this Christian. And he does go to church, I understand that. But James Young is all about himself. What's going to better benefit James Young? Well, I'm here to tell some people something. James Young, turns out, is not even as much in politics as he would like you to believe he is. He is a super smart, super intelligent kid. And yes, I'm saying the word kid because James Young just happens to be only a mere 17 years old. Now, this guy has a great voice, is very intelligent, but at the same time, he is also a punk. And when I say punk, I mean punk, because he was a punk in hiding. And I gotta say this to you. I could have lost the dark match with lack of listeners if I didn't start taking over control of the dark match, since it was mine. And James Young, you've done a lot of backstabbing. I found out then like I found out now. You are a punk. You are an egotistical little punk who's lied about your age, you lied about who you are, the person you're supposed to be in politics. You've probably lied to the people you had business dealings with, too. And you robbed people of money. And it took two people you knew personally to tell me about this because they were asking me questions about you because they were frustrated with you. And let me tell you something, James. I originally started out on the defense of you, James. And I'm here to tell you right now, you tried backstabbing me again a few weeks ago by talking about my new friends that happen to be your friends, James. I wouldn't have known who these people were. You're trying to make yourself into the victim again. Well, I'm here to tell you, James Young, you didn't get away with it. And your sweet talking is not going to work because all they're doing is testing you. And I'm going to let people know here now that James Young is a fraud. He has taken money from people when he's had no business taking it. You know, he's never once paid a dime for anything in radio. And when you do check out what will be the State of the Dark match, this will be talked about more where James Young goes, because there's a lot of stories that go along with this. And James Young, I'm giving you one last chance between now and New Year's Day. I know you're going to see this, James Young. And if you want to sit there and you want to come clean, come clean. It's easy. The most you got to know is you've insulted the listeners. You've insulted the fans. You've insulted the people we did business with because you had to over-exaggerate what you were. You tried saying how you control the dark match? Well, I proved that one when I took the power away from you. Especially since everything had to be about James Young. You came off rude, you came off obnoxious, and people complained about you, James. And people are upset when I sat there and showed them your MySpace and your YouTube and the things that expose you that show your actual age and the fact that you're still in high school. The least you could do before this gets blown over to the people that you know personally that want to stick by James Young is come out and tell the truth. You need to make an apology. You really do. Not just to me, not just to Matt and David, but to everybody who thought different of you, because you lied about who you are. You are a liar, James. You owe money that people will never see. You owe a lot of things, James, and you're always going to be in debt. And tell you what, James, you can't sweet talk your way out of anything. And I'm going to tell you right now, you claim to be this Christian. Well, Christians don't lie. Christians don't connive. And Christians don't hot dog. So I'm giving you one last chance, James. You have 3 weeks. Not even that long. You probably got a little over 2 weeks. I'm putting this video together because people should know who you are. You're so infamous because you've lied. And people caught up to it because of your ego. You're no hero, James. Tell the truth. Anyways, if you guys are interested in seeing what will be a private showing when I do the State of the Dark match, you can see it. Definitely want to thank you for listening to my rant here. And I got to tell you, James Young, tell the truth. James Young, you and me are done no matter what. So if you really want to come clean and you want to have some success, you need to tell the truth and come out with a public apology. And you know nothing's going to matter now because of what you did behind my back. And you've been doing it for a number of years. But I'm letting these people know that you are a fraud. You are a fraud. You are nothing more than a 17-year-old kid. You might be intelligent, but that's it. But you are not who you said you were.